Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. Thanks for joining us on as we tape downtown. A beautiful day downtown Lancaster for one of the very few times I can say it's not raining. It's a beautiful day out. We're glad you're with us. We're going to talk Lancaster Festival, some things going on at the festival in the second half of the show, and Fair Day more specifically going to happen down at the fairgrounds down there. But we're going to start it out with one of our programs we enjoy talking about a lot is Meals on Wheels. We'll find out some new things about that too. We've got the executive director of that, Anna Tobin. Anna, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me today.
Been a while, I think.
Has been a while.
My golly.
I think I do an annual visit, I think.
Well, maybe more often than that, but we could probably have you on way more often because, and we'll talk about that, the things you're involved in. I think Meals on Wheels almost does a disservice to what you folks do down there because, if that's all you did and that's all you did for a while, if that's all you did, that's enough.
Right.
That's a great service to Lancaster and Fairfield County. I mean, my golly, the thousands and thousands, and you can give us some numbers on that, but you've changed that a little bit with now being called the Senior Hub.
Right.
And we'll talk about that. So Meals on Wheels, what are some of the numbers there? Still fabulous?
Oh my gosh, I think we're serving close to 3,000 individuals annually, and that number continues to grow and grow and grow. We see about a 6% growth rate every year.
Aren't you
so
glad
those
you're
baby
in your
boomers,
Aren't you glad you're in your new facility?
Oh, we are. It affords us so much space to be able to cook and to offer the programs and services, that our seniors deserve here in Fairfield County.
Well,
so we're available for those 60 and older, and their caregivers, family members who need some assistance with caring for a loved one as well. We have programs and services ranging from those meal deliveries, which is our largest program, the Meals on Wheels program, all the way down to the emergency response buttons, minor home repairs. What else do I want to say? My head just went blank.
Well,
but
so
a variety
many
of services.
And that's what I'm talking about. So that's really brought about this Senior Hub designation to indicate that certainly you still do Meals on Wheels. That's not going to change. But 20 other services? I mean, there's just a ton of things you folks do to help out. And that's probably just involved as you've been involved with senior citizens. You just see more and more of their needs, and you try to help with those.
Exactly. So we do survey our seniors every year, and we also engage with the Aging Network. So that includes the Ohio Department of Aging. That includes our Central Ohio area Office on Aging. And we're learning about the needs of the seniors here locally as well as throughout the state of Ohio. And we are committed to helping make Ohio the best place to age in the nation. And that includes us right here in Fairfield County. So when we do our surveying, we are asking seniors what they're looking for, where's there's gaps, where's there's holes in the services. And so that's how we develop our programming based on what we're hearing here locally as well as throughout the state, initiatives. And chore assistance is a big one. A lot of people want to stay living independently in their home, but there's oftentimes those minor chores that need done, changing light bulbs, washing down the front porch, that kind of thing. Yard work, that's always a big one. Snow removal, we hear that constantly, and so we've developed a chore assistance program. We also hear our seniors talking about the need to engage and stay active, and to do that, a lot of times our seniors are volunteering, as you hear from a lot of your nonprofits. I would love to hear the percentage of older adults who are volunteering throughout our community. They have the time, if they're retired, to give back, but sometimes for lower income older adults, it costs money to volunteer. And that sounds funny, but your gas, clothing, maybe you have to eat out that day because you're away from home. And so we've engaged with Catholic Social Services on a senior companion program, which helps lower income older adults to engage with other older adults by providing them with minor housekeeping, transporting them to the doctor, companionship, just visiting, and that type of thing. But with this program, through Catholic Social Services, the volunteers provided a stipend, so you get a little bit of income coming in for your and gas reimbursement and that kind of thing. So it makes it affordable for you to engage and be involved, and possibly even offer you the ability to do additional engagement with the community, going out to maybe a movie or something that you might not otherwise be able to afford.
And that's, I think, we were talking a little bit about it before we went on, that kind of a win-win in some situations, because some of these people who may need a little help themselves and want to help others, this works for them.
Exactly, and that is a big part of what we do at Meals on Wheels. We're also, our mission is to reduce isolation by increasing socialization. Our goal is also to feed people and provide them the services they need to stay healthy and connected and independently living. So these programs do allow for engagement. We have a lot of opportunity for engagement at the Senior Hub. We have our congregate dining site available so seniors can come in and dine Monday through Friday, 10 to 1. On either side of lunch, we always have activities. So whether it's bingo or cheer volleyball or yoga.
Is all that really well attended?
It is.
Yeah.
It is very well attended. And seniors continue to ask for services. They continue to sign up. And so we're growing and growing. And with that growth comes limited space again. And so many of our classrooms can hold X number of people, and we have some seniors who are spilling out into the hallways to take classes. And so with that, we've had our goals in mind to improve the upper story of the old Cedar Heights building. So for your listeners, we did inhabit Cedar Heights Elementary School. It was scheduled for demolition. We bought it and we renovated it to become the Senior Hub, where we do have our Meals on Wheels program operating out of there Monday through Friday. But then on the service side of it, we have our offices for our staff, we have classrooms for activities, but the upper floor, about 12,000 square feet, that's valuable space. We are unable to utilize it until we fire suppression, sprinkle the whole entire building, and install an elevator. And so that's our next big project and our goal.
Capital campaign?
A capital campaign, so that
Shocking.
we can we were very well pleased that Representative LeRae took our request to the state for a one-time strategic investment grant, and we received a $200,000 grant.
Big help.
For our sprinkler system and the elevator, and that's just probably about a fourth of that cost, but it got us started, and we give him great thanks for presenting that and pushing that through for us, he and Senator Schaefer as well.
Well, sometimes it takes a village to get all this, and I'll give you guys especially a lot of credit here too, because you're just not sitting back, well, we serve a lot of meals, that's our goal, we're doing a great job here, good for us. And all that's true. But by putting out that survey, trying to see where the cracks are because in any system there are things that fall through, nobody can do everything, but you're trying to find where those cracks are, and if you can help, your job is to help that, your agency.
Thank you for recognizing that, because we're so much more than those meals. And for our seniors, they have challenges as needs, and as we all know, as we age, those challenges and needs come when you least expect it. And it's just really comforting to know that a program like the Senior Hub and the Meals on Wheels services are available for those older adults and their caregivers. I mean, when you have an 80-year-old caregiver taking care of an 80-year-old wife, spouse, it's very difficult. And to know that the services and programs are available, and not only the programs and services, but you have a network of support at the Senior Hub. We have care coordinators on staff, and our whole entire staff is just caring and really focused on helping older adults to be successful at aging and meeting those challenges. And so again, a big shout out to our staff. They're amazing people. They come to work every day with the goal of helping older adults be successful and be engaged, and don't forget, be well fed.
We talk about your staff, and you do such a great work there, but here we are well into the summer so far, pretty warm one up to this point. And I'm sure you are like most retail businesses, most nonprofit businesses out there. You could use some help.
Exactly. Not only in the meals program, we always are looking for meal delivery drivers, but also in that chore assistance program, we have friendly visitor program, we have telephone program, dining room help, kitchen help, packing meals. We can utilize service groups that come in. Rotary came in and packed almost 2,000 meals for us for our holiday meals. So when the agency's closed, we have shelf-stable meals that go out so our seniors are fed. So if you have an interest in volunteering and you're thinking, I'm not sure how I might want to volunteer, maybe clerical, or maybe I really want to help cook, give us a call. We can connect you with any kind of opportunity that you might want to.
Don't think that whatever you have to offer isn't valuable.
Exactly.
Because you can probably find something in your vast network of things now that you'll be perfect for that.
Exactly. So give us a call and ask for Chelsea if you're interested in volunteering at 740-681-5050, or visit us online at theseniorhubfc.org.
So that's different. I was going to say MOW, so it's the seniorhubfc.org.
Correct.
.org.
Yeah.
And again, and I would say that probably all these services that have caused you to become the senior hub versus what you used to be are in a direct correlation with your surveys. You probably found a lot of this out, that we need to do other things.
Yeah, we see the needs of our seniors here locally, like I said, whether it's through the Central Ohio Area Office on Aging planning or our own planning, and we strive to meet those needs. We want our seniors to be successful at aging here in the community with dignity and respect.
So on your website, can we find stuff about the capital campaign?
We can. So
Okay.
there's donations being
And
accepted. We're a 501c3, a nonprofit organization.
Important to know, and we can find out about volunteers needed, how you do that, where you contact, who you call, everything's on
Exactly.
there.
All
Got a
on
good
our
website. Got a good website.
You're your best.
Seniorhubfc.org.
Yes.
Used to be Meals on Wheels. It's still that, and it's like Meals on Wheels.
On steroids.
Well, it's a good thing, on steroids. This is a group that just does great work around here, so thanks for what you do, what you've always done for so many years now, and just taking more on and on. So
We're here to
be
serve.
careful what you wish for.
That's right.
But Meals on Wheels, now the Senior Hub, they do great work. Thanks, Anna. Anna Tobin, Executive Director of Senior Hub. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2025 Lancaster Festival featuring Gary LaVox of Rascal Flatts, Saturday, July 26th. Grammy-winning artist Kobe Calais and folk rock band Dawes on Saturday, August 2nd. And the festival orchestra marks a new era with maestro John Devlin. Wednesday, July 30th, the festival welcomes Hairball, America's best arena rock tribute band. Don't miss 9-pack days celebrating art, music, and community. Tickets on sale now at lancasterfestival.org.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve homeownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402612.
The reason why I do what I do is I love helping people, and I really love to work on understanding and striving to improve the lives of the people in our community. Being in Fairfield County is having a network of people around you.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Did you know Fairfield DD provides coordination for over 1,200 people in Fairfield County? That's 1,200 unique journeys, each filled with talents, dreams, and challenges. And while no two paths are the same, one thing is true for everyone. Life is easier when you have the right support. That's why we're here. From early childhood milestones to school transitions, employment, and adulthood, Fairfield DD connects individuals and families with the resources they need every step of the way. When the right support is available, a vibrant community where people lead lives of greater independence and make meaningful contributions becomes possible. Learn more at fairfielddd.com and check us out on social media. Together, we're building a more inclusive Fairfield County.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Hello friends, welcome back to Fairfield Today. Sure appreciate Anna Tobin being with us and updating us on the Senior Hub, what used to be just Meals on Wheels. It's so much more than that now. We appreciate the kind of getting in line with the great things that they're doing now. And you're talking about great events. We're going to talk about a big one coming up now. The festival's just around the corner. It'll start up, of course, a big Thursday night event up on the hill at St. Mary's with the big orchestra and everything opening up there. But then one of the first big days is that first Saturday, which maybe is the 26th. I'm not sure about the date on that. It's the first Saturday of the festival. Find everything on their website. But it's Fair Day. It takes place down at the Lancaster Fairgrounds. And what has turned into be just such a big deal down there, and really it is Fair Day, as Operator for a Day. We're going to find out what that means from Brad Hutchinson. Brad, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Out of your busy schedule, you've taken on Operator for a Day. It's been going on now for several years, maybe 6-7 years, I'm not sure.
Yeah, the first one was 2014. We had 2 at Company Ranch, and then I think this is 7 or 8 years at the fair. Yeah.
And involved with the Lancaster Festival now, and I think I read were last year 1,400 participants in this.
Approximately, yep.
And that's a pretty big deal in just a short period of time.
4 to 5 hours. It is a lot of people. We typically have waiting lines. So
8:30 to 2:30.
9:30 to 2:30.
9:30 to 2:30 yep. Down at the fairgrounds. And what if you take your kids down there to see that? What can they do?
So this is not a static display. This is they actually get in the machines and run them. So there's multiple stations. There's track loaders. There's skid loaders. There's bulldozers. There's a crane they can run. There's man lifts they can go up in the air. There's excavators they can dig with. So this is a true hands-on. They sit in the seat and run the controls, not just a static display with pictures.
What would you have done if this would have been available when you were a kid? You would have lived down there.
I probably would have spent some time there. Yep, good chance.
Well, this is, it's as we said, it's just turned into a big deal, and it's certainly a big deal for Company Ranch to get involved to supply your workers down there. A lot of them volunteer, get down there and volunteer on this. It's a Saturday. Everybody works hard. We know that. They're down there on a Saturday, and it can be warm out there that day, but just helping in the community, this is a big deal.
Yeah, between Company Ranch and then my Taylor Rental stores, I mean, you know, a lot of the people are full-time employees who do not get paid a penny for going in there and doing a volunteer. And there's some of these Saturdays in July we're in the 90-degree temperature. So it makes for a long day.
So Operator for a Day, this is where if you're a young person, get down there and like you say, there's stations, you can go hit one of these or all of them, kind of just get involved in that, play in the dirt and just see how big equipment really works. What an opportunity for a young person to see that. But I'm interested in how you came up with this idea, if it was indeed your idea that this got started.
It was. So my childhood friend, who his parents raised me through my teenage years, he has a son who is now 17. And when he was younger, he always, like when they would, if I would visit them or they would visit me, all we wanted to do was get in the equipment. So I just figured if that's what he wants to do, probably every other young kid would like to do this as well. And that's how the first Operator for a Day was born, which was in 2014. So, and we actually get pictures in the mail today from kids who are now adults who are working, running equipment for a living. And a lot of it, they say, was that was kind of their entry into it, was Operator for a Day.
And that's probably all the validation you would need to think this is a good project. To see that maybe you've opened the eyes and the doors to maybe would never had a chance to do this.
Well, I think the hands-on trades are experiencing a comeback. You know, for years, even when I was in school, that everybody had to go to college. Like that was that was the vision. And I think we've given a lot of them the opportunity to actually experience what running equipment is like, and then maybe change that focus of what they look to do.
Tell us a little bit about. I can remember and hearing you speak over the years at Company Wrench. It's always been a challenge for you to get people in certain jobs. I remember years ago when one of the first things you talked about was welders. You had struggled to get welders. Maybe that's all solved and you're in good shape now, but as you indicated, it used to be everybody's going to go to college. That was the only answer. You didn't go to college, you were going to amount to anything. Well, all of a sudden now we see that's not the case. We need tradespeople.
And I think the schools have realized that as well. So we're seeing a big change in the guidance counselors, and the school teachers have changed that focus as well. I think just society has brought them to realize that you have to have electricians and plumbers, and you have to have equipment operators and paving guys and ditch guys. There's got to be a multitude of hands-on, because there's a lot of stuff computers can do, but those jobs are not some of those. So, and it's a good living. I mean, we still struggle today. We're short on mechanics, we're short on welders, and I'm not sure, maybe in 10 years from now when this next wave of young people kind of catches up with what we're trying to do.
Kind of correct some of that.
But when you're in a small community like we are, and you're competing against these big mega companies out of Columbus, you got to find the people who want that family environment and maybe make $1 less an hour, but they're not driving to Columbus. The benefits are good, the pay is decent, and it's a career, it's a full-time, and they have a full set of benefits.
I was just talking to Deb Connell actually this morning. I was chatting about her, about the festival. Of course, the festival's coming up, huge deal here. We know that, 40 years. I mean, it's been going strong. And then for the last 6 or 7 involved with Company Wrench, and how thankful she is that you and your company and other companies are kind of involved, Taylor now with that and involved. But what an asset that's, I think Deb and the festival think that's been to them. I mean, Saturday is a big deal now.
I think we're a big draw for a festival fair day. I think they were looking for something, but I'll be honest with you, it's good for us too, because having that facility to do it, it makes it more economical for us as well. So it's a win-win. The kids still get to do it, the festival gets an attraction, and we get to cut costs a little bit for the event. So
it's the first Saturday of the festival, and again, offhand, I don't remember, 26 maybe, I'm not sure what it is, but it's that first Saturday of the festival where at night will be the first concert, 9:30 to 2:30.
Yep.
And so what's the process? You bring your kids down there, say 9 o'clock, you're down at the fairgrounds, you walk in, you got to register, everybody's got to know where everybody is.
Yep, so there's a registration tent in front of the grandstands, so we funnel you in. You have to come through the registration tent.
Yeah.
You have to fill out the waivers. Everybody will get an armband, even if the parents, and the one thing I want to make point of this is not just for kids. Adults are welcome to come there and get on the equipment. So when we started this, back into 2014, we had senior citizens. We had them, the nursing homes were bringing busloads of senior citizens, and we still welcome them today. This is not just for kids, but if you're an older adult who always wanted to feel like what it would be like to be on a bulldozer, you're just, so the parents, it's not just the kids that run the equipment on Saturday. The parents also get their opportunity to run. So we funnel them through the tent, get the waivers, get their armbands on them. Even if you're not going to run equipment, you have to have an armband on to be in the live action area.
Yeah.
And then the stations are set up. We try to put canopies, keep people out of the sun. We have people walking around constantly with bottles of water, trying to keep everybody hydrated. And unfortunately, sometimes there's lines that are an hour plus long. It just depends on.
Everybody wants on that one.
Yeah. So, you just kind of move around the area. But
Where is that? Is it out in the grandstand area?
So right out in front of the grandstands where the demolition derby's always at.
Yeah.
That's the area they let us tear up, and then we put it back at the end of the day.
Would you have any idea that it's grown this much when you're? And I know it was a big deal because you talked about when you used to have it out where you are.
Yep.
Huge deal out there. You had to shuttle people back and forth, no parking, but that's perhaps a smaller area. Now you're in this area. Now you got 1,400 kids. I mean, this is probably what you hoped it would be.
And we see a lot of years, we see the same kids over and over again, right? So we have kids who have been there every year since we started. Not only the ones at Company Ranch, but the ones here. So you get to travel with some of these kids who maybe started when they were 5 and now they're teenagers.
They're really
they're coming
into it.
back, and they come back every year. And the kids, like when they walk in, they'll tell their parents, like, we're not leaving until I run everything. Like I want a shot at everything out here.
They know the drill now,
Yes, they've done it. We've done it enough years. They know the routine, and then they're all about it.
I just wonder, you do this long enough, and you talk about now you've gotten pictures of people that do this. So I wonder maybe someday one of these kids will come back and actually work in your business.
Yeah, I think
getting to that time.
Yeah, we're getting to that point where there could be certainly some kids who started at operator for a day who are now coming back. Obviously our goals are more mechanic based.
Sure.
But you know what? Whether you run the equipment or work on the equipment, it's again, I think it's all in fun for the kids to get a chance to run it.
And you talk about the workforce out there, and that's all part of this thing that you're talking about. Things have changed. When you were in school, the workforce that probably wouldn't have cut it. Wouldn't have made it.
No.
And now, tons of people out there.
Yeah, well, between the career centers and the workforce development center, I mean, we have about every program covered now. We have a diesel program, which we didn't used to have. We have a heavy equipment program that we didn't used to have. So all of those things that tailor to kind of what we're trying to do, and those industries with hands-on, but we have to have those people.
Well, Company Ranch, Brad Hutchinson getting involved here with this operator of the day. And again, it's not just for kids. I think we've just been informed of that we got the parents and grandparents out there, and maybe they come back every year.
Yes.
It's the only chance in a year I got to run a skid steer, so I'm going to do that.
Yep.
Good.
Bulldozers, I think, are probably everybody when they drive down the road, they see a bulldozer, they want to push dirt.
Is that the fun one?
I think those are probably the most sought after. Is they will stand in line for an hour and a half to get on a bulldozer. Yep.
So that's the most popular one that you see out there.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, good for you. Do you get up there and play on it every now and then?
So I typically, if we're short instructors, I will pick up whatever spot I need, or I will give the guys breaks throughout the day.
Lancaster Festival and operator for a day on that Saturday morning out there, 9:30 to 2:30?
Yep.
I got it. Okay, we got it. So go out there and try it. It's just a fun day out there. Hope it's a beautiful day like this. And thanks for all that your company does and volunteers for all this, because I know the festival thinks it's just great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Brad Hutchinson with Company Ranch and operator for a day in the Lancaster Festival. Thanks for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.